day, good people, another fine day in the year of the Vibrant Toon Dave Bravo Dave Anomaly no Makars. You have heard it. There is going to be not really a full brand split, but a superstar exclusivity clause for some superstars. As much as neither Navi or I wanted to do this, we figured it doesn't make sense for some superstars specifically. There are some superstars that just when they're on the same roster, it becomes too much of a headache to bear. That being said, we'll see how it all works out after Avi Mania. I don't want it to happen before Avi, because I'm sure Dottore will be back because of it. Mascoto said that was agreeable, so I don't. There's so much we don't know about this dang ruin. Even Navi said it. It's bull. It's a crock of bull. No timeline. No like what's gonna happen. No what we need to look out for. It's crazy. I hate every ounce of it, but whatever. There's frustration between those two. I don't know what's gonna unfold between those two. Tonight, however, we got a lot on the road. We got in action the Ed Boys and Tag Team Turmoil. We got Furina, who's kind of disgusted by what Neo did, and now that Neo is back, Furina said, first things first, they were a little found family, but it seems like that family is falling apart. You hate to see it. We got Gauntlet Eliminator to see which OCs are going to the OC Championship match at Avi Mania, and you really want to impress in that match knowing that this superstar exclusivity is about to come up. That draft is about to come up, because if you impress in those Gauntlet matches, hey, maybe you'll find a spot on the roster. You'll be a Inferno superstar, a Fracture superstar. That could happen. March is in action as well, and in the main event, Captain Falcon, beloved by many, goes up against Yosuke Hanamura, who is on a desperate path to find his road to Avi Mania. We'll see how it all plays out tonight. Kicking off the show though, as always, it is Flair going one-on-one with somebody. And let me harken you back right here, right now, as the stars go red, white, and red, white, and blue. So let's talk about it. We will in a second. We're gonna talk about it soon. Yeah, we're gonna talk, I tell you, I promise. We are gonna do some talking. As it takes a sweet time to load. What I can also talk to you guys about is open right now 2, count them, not 1, but 2 10-person matches. And our first is Flair, but 2 10-person matches going on the first night of Avi Mania. You all will fill out those 2 matches. One will be a Gauntlet Eliminator, one will be a 10-person Rumble style match. What is going to be fantastic about those 2 matches is the winners of those 2 matches will go on to night 2 to fight for the United World Championship at Avi Mania. You will be defending that title against who? We will see on the first night of Avi Mania, and because it's United Rule, you guys will have a big factoring point into who will be in those matches. That being said, there are 2 predetermined slots already. One, Mew's old, I guess new rival in the Pyro Archon, and in the other match we have the one and only Amy Rose, who has found herself and wants to get her title back. And who is this other person that Flair is challenging? I'm sorry, I haven't even explained what kind of match is going on. Flair's trying to fill this void. Tonight we are actually having an ambulance match, taking you back to, that's some character with some strong arms, by the way, and a sword. I'm unsure. But they make their way down. Zizzy, apparently. Zizzy is here tonight. This is going to be an ambulance match. A lot of people say that an ambulance match is what kind of turned Arrow's entire career around. It was Arrow versus Moko Mojiro. Moko, we weren't able to find. That's not true. I don't want to insinuate that she's missing. I want to say we weren't able to convince her to be on the show tonight. She says she's taking a little break to try and find herself, to re-establish her roots. And we hope that she finds them and she's back in competition. That being said, a lot of people said this is the turning point in Arrow's career. That this match is what made them the Arrow that they are today, the great in-ring competitors. The German suplex from the top of the ambulance heard round the world actually has been worked into Arrow's moveset as well. Tonight, will Flair do the same thing? Find this being the pivotal point in her career. We'll see. Zizzy has similar colors to Moko Mojiro. So, you know, that's the best we can do here tonight. We looked at all of our big buff people. We were like, Sakura Ogami, she busy, being missing. As this kicks off, ladies and gentlemen, Zizzy, Flair, and Flair open shot. And I want to point out, Flair, I don't want to jinx it, I'm going to knock on wood here, has been lucky so far to not be injured in this open challenge. This is a very intense open challenge, and I like this open challenge especially because it kind of harkens back to the first open challenge that we ever had in the road to Avi Mania. It harkens back to Ryoma, essentially introducing a lot of people to all the various, many of the various rather, different match types in professional wrestling. There were Hell in a Cells, there were steel cages, there were tables, there was all sorts of matches. Mitarai helped introduce all of those to the general populace. Tonight, during this open challenge rather, Flair also has fought a intense amount of match types thus far. She's already been in Hell in a Cell. She's already fought a 5-woman tables match, let me talk to you. And so far, she's kicking butt. Kicking butt, however, is unable to pick up a win. And I think that's starting to grate on Flair. And I really, if I could tell Flair anything, I'd have to say, and look at that, able to out-muscle Zizzy. I was gonna say, don't focus so much on the wins, it really is the journey. And right now, the journey on this road to Avi Mania has been really, really good. Flair's had some incredible matches thus far. And I'll keep it a buck with you, it almost feels like Flair has helped fill the void, and I wanted to point this out because it's something I thought about last night. As they're already walking to the back of the ambulance, it almost looks like they were going all the way to the back. It looks like they still might go all the way to the back, not for nothing. Turn around, punch right to the face. Flair sending Zizzy towards the ring. Reversal there, but Flair very quickly putting Zizzy back down. As I was saying before, things got a little intense right there. And things still getting pretty intense here. Flair has kind of been filling the void of all of her opponents thus far. My competitors? They were kind of just threatening each other there. And Flair saying, okay, this game of chicken is over. Honestly, kind of funny. The reversal, oh my gosh, I really would hate to fight right here. The headlights of an ambulance? There's some strong headlights. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Tossed into the front of the ambulance. I'm not even sure if we've seen that happen before. Flair walking off. Thankfully not climbing up. The doors to the ambulance still aren't open, which is crazy enough. As Flair taking a step back, realizing, oh no, the doors actually aren't open. Let me open them up for the first time in this matchup. Flair's helped fill the void of the people that she's fought so far. Kind of brought Mew back from a big losing streak, got her aura back, and look at Mew now. She is the United World Champion. Look at Amy Rose, who after getting demolished and beaten down in a quick fashion by the one and only March 7th, Amy Rose had an incredible match against what? Chun-Li and Flair in a triple threat match. Ooh, flying! Flair arm, incredible work, setting up for that blaze kick. Will it hit? It will. And right now, Flair is destroying Zizzy. Zizzy desperate. Arm drag. The legs of Flair going into that barricade. This match is anything but over yet. Big chops. Nobody's been inside that ambulance yet. But Zizzy is getting destroyed. Absolutely demolished. Suplex position. Flair gets out of it. I do kind of wonder where Flair is on the power rankings. And once again, it's one of those things where she hasn't won many matches, but she's been in a lot of like 4- and 5-star matches in the AWE recently. So it might be going up and up and up, but this may see Flair go right back down with authority. And just like that, Zizzy might be back in action. A steel chair in hands, continuing to go through the Flair, I don't want to call it the Flair Gauntlet, but essentially the Flair, like, I'm helping reestablish you. In Friday's match, Reiko went crazy, and now she's back. She got that unbreakable title back, something that we had very briefly when she kept kicking out a tag team match against Racket Assam, caught out of the sky into a powerbomb. Zizzy's in dire straits. Flair calling for Zizzy to get up. But dodges. Actually, not even dodges. Let's talk about it. Reversed. That forearm going up on the barricade. Waiting for Flair to get up. And tried to, I don't know what it was going to do. It looked like a cartwheel move. Flair saying, ooh, you made a big mistake. Is now going for a little bit of combustion. I don't know if you saw it, but I think the face may have actually hit the legs of that steel barricade. The steel barricades, they worry me. They scare me a little bit. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. They are the most, not the most terrifying. They might be the most terrifying. It's unprotected. You get hit with straight steel. It ain't good. It ain't fun. Flair with a dominant performance here tonight so far. Off the ropes. Zizzy steps out of the way. It's those kinds of reversals that are potentially going to give Zizzy the opportunity to fight back in this matchup. Steps down. Flair is fighting well. The thing about a match like this against a direct newcomer is you really don't know what to expect. You don't know what's in Zizzy's wheelhouse, so you don't know exactly what you need to reverse when it comes to signatures, finishers, regular moves. And Flair seems to be adapting to that very well, and it's likely because of all of the fights that she's had thus far, able to reverse a signature again. That's what I'm talking about. This is now becoming a battle-hardened Flair, as goodness gracious, steel chair, and it might be a more aggressive Flair too, my gosh. Just continuously, unashamed, not even leading Zizzy towards the ambulance, just going for slaughter. As that forearm connects again, this is, I don't want to say it, but it is kind of getting hard to watch. Stepping out of the way. And looked like a K2, not for nothing. And now the steel chair is in the hands of Zizzy. This match may turn itself around. Reversal, clothesline. Stood up again, and the blaze kick again, dodged. And that is instead what is good. Onto the chair! Oh no! Y'all, that was flush onto the steel chair. Blood from Zizzy's face, snout, body, I don't know. What I do know is that Zizzy is a bloodied, bleeding, and having a bad time. And Flair capitalizing. This is, I honestly do feel like this is the most aggressive we've seen Flair in these open challenges thus far. That is a trash can lid to the face. Zizzy able to step out of the way. Up, around, and arm drag. An arm drag expertly towards the ambulance. Trying to drag Flair over towards the ambulance. Is Flair going to be the first person in? It looks like that is the case. Turned around. And shoved in. Zizzy looking to close one door. I will say Flair is still pretty decent on... Oh, no. No, maybe not. Second door wobbling. Oh, I thought it closed for a second. Dude, my heart jumped. I thought it closed for a second. Lift it up. Flair saying, all right, 2 can play at that game, reversing, then tossing Zizzy right in. And I want to keep it a buck with you. Zizzy's eating way more signatures and finishers. This is about to be bad news for Zizzy. Second hand on the door, quickly trying to do this, but resiliency's burn. This matchup is about to be over. But the thing is, I don't know who it's about to be over for, because look at this. Combination strikes, reversal by Flair, and look at this. Combustion lands. That may just be the end of the night and the end of the fight for Zizzy, as the first door begins to close. It's shut. The second door begins to close, and it is down. Flair picks up the first victory of her open challenge in an aggressive showing. We gotta take it back to the steel chair that was used in this corner. The steel chair that just went over and over and over again into the chest of Zizzy. The DDT that hit right onto Zizzy afterwards, and I'll tell you what, if that had actually hit on the chair, I think this match would have an entirely different story. But instead, Flair, battle-hardened, battle-ready, gets the job done tonight. Goes to the top. As for the first time in this open challenge, she gets to celebrate. Congratulations to Flair. Big victory here tonight. No, watch out, y'all. Give me those stars. Thank you very much. As we continue on with our show, we got a pretty link. Oh, we can't just continue yet. I gotta bring up the wheel. Ed Boys in action tonight, but against who? I think it's time we find out, shall we? Let me bring you to the wheel of Tag Team Turmoil. And just like that, I believe it's time. Shall we? I'm not even gonna pretend. Y'all know what sound it is by now. You know what sound it is by now. Get me over there, because it's time for some Tag Team Turmoil. Oh, I gotta change a bunch of these things. Oh my gosh. Should I do that now? I'd do it after the show. There are a couple things that we need to make note of. As you can see, clearly, the girlies, the new tag team champions, the Flame Tribe, that's gonna be Beto and Ningguang. Norphelia will be Charizard. And Francisca Von Karma, Crack the Whip. And of course, mystery team number 2 we now know is the alliance of Cassius Bright and Psy Killer. Hashtag give Psy a chance. We'll see how this goes though. Who's fighting the Ed Boys? I'm gonna have to make a note to change that. As oh, it's a triple threat. Oh, we gotta spin 2 teams. We gotta spin 2 teams. It is not just the Ed Boys and another team. It's actually the Ed Boys, and it's a triple threat ladder match. Those can stack. So who else is gonna be here? It is gonna be Pi and Al Haytham. That's their second ladder match, I believe, as well. As well as another team. Who is it gonna be? It is. Well, it's not gonna be Extreme Rules 2. We've already spun ladder. That can't. No additional stackage. It is them again. So we'll spin again. It is Now and Reiko. That's a fun little triple threat, actually. Ed Boys, Pi and Al Haytham, Now and Reiko. They are going in a triple threat ladder match as it is AWE Tag Team Turmoil. Hey, play me that song one more time real quick, 'cause I like it. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna set that thing up. And that matchup is now set up. So let's get this night on the road. Triple threat tag team match. That's the magic of tag team Turmoil. And we've had some really good ladder matches on this road to Avi Mania and just recently in general. I think that 8-person ladder match is gonna go crazy this year. Let's find out how this one goes as we go red, white, and blue. We sure do. I can close this out actually, and close this out. Hello? Okay, hello. Poke is gonna be furious. The Ed Boys are here. Once again, not their music. Sound guy, what are you doing? This is the part where it should be like, Ed and Eddie. I'm not good at whistling, so I can't like whistle. I can't get like pitch whistle. I got some crazy lips, which is let me stop. Ed Boys are here tonight. Which duo of the Ed Boys are competing in this matchup is the $1 million question. We're about to find out tonight as... I'll be real. I was gonna say we actually might be able to get a really good shot. Dang. Can't really get a good shot. There was like a potential like really good shot of all three of them there with the ladder in the middle. It was like perfectly set up, but I was like, oh, I could probably get it, but I was too late. Looks like it's Double D and it's gonna be Ed. I do want to point out that when it comes to Tag Team Turmoil, Now and Reiko and the Ed Boys, this is their second guaranteed match. Pi and Al Haytham were just lucky to be involved. Pi and Al Haytham have had their 2 guaranteed matches. That being said, if Pi and Al Haytham win this thing, stocks go up because nobody in this tournament so far has more than 2 points. Nobody in this tournament has 2 wins. That could very well change here tonight, unless Pi and Al Haytham lock in. This is also, I don't want to say it's a death sentence for Pi and Al Haytham if they lose this match. That is not true. I will say they would need to get lucky, win at least 1 match, and hope that Now and Reiko win tonight. If the Ed Boys win tonight, it may be a death sentence in Tag Team Turmoil for Pi and Al Haytham. Now and Reiko recently returned. Everyone with raucous, raucous applause. They could go and win the tag team titles. They could challenge the Flame Tribe at Avi Mania. Excited to see if they're able to do it tonight. They go up against Pi and Al Haytham and the Ed Boys. First time that, first time that the Now and Reiko shared the ring with any of these competitors, but I believe, was it the Ed Boys that beat Pi and Al Haytham the first match for both of them? I think that is the case. So it really is a big opportunity here for Pi and Al Haytham, an opportunity to get their win back over the Ed Boys, and an opportunity to get a win in this Tag Team Turmoil tournament. Least risk tonight, the other 2 teams. So once again, it is a make or break match for Pi and Al Haytham. If they win this thing, they are very much back in the game. If they don't, it might be the nail in the coffin. Odds would be very low for them to pick this up if they suffer another loss tonight. You have to keep in mind, at this point in time, even the Scheme team have 2 points. In terms of 0-point teams, it's Norphelia, it's Klee and Alice, and it is this team, Pi and Al-Haytham. Those are the teams that are like, oh, it could be a game over should they suffer one more loss. The thing about this kind of match is, you don't have to worry too much about the injury that you currently have. You do have to worry about Avi Mania, though. You don't want to get injured more in this fight. Al-Haytham able to rock Reiko down. Reiko, we just said, has a little bit more momentum after that big win this past Friday. Off the ropes, though. Ooh, DDT! Oh, man, I wish we had seen that because that might have been right on the ladder. I might be able to just... yeah, hold on a minute. Let's... we might get an instant replay. I don't know if that was right on the ladder real quick. Hippity hip, hippity hip, 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 hip. I think he might have just been saved from the ladder. Yes, he was just saved from the ladder. We will continue. My morbid curiosity wanted to make sure that Ed, who don't got a lot going up on there, didn't catch a head injury, you know what I mean? A concussed Ed, I think maybe exactly the same now that I'm thinking out loud. Well, he did just hit Double D with a steel chair by accident. I think he might have hit him again. He's just swinging wild. Jeez, Ed, come on! Inside the ring. Now. And Pi now just dropped on those chairs. Ed. And Al-Haytham dueling it out as well. And look at this inside the ring. The arms are in dire straits. This is going to be a messy match. Unless it ends real quick right now. Now able to push away Pi, but look who's there to help Pi. No, not help Pi out. I think actually just climbed the ladder himself, has a hand on it, but Pi got dropped down and now 2 people there. Ed just punched through the ladder and punched now, which is crazy work. Haytham rolls to the outside. Did you see Reiko dodge Pi grabbing her? Oh! Dude, it took a second for my brain to register what just happened on that ladder. Pi trying to save tag team Turmoil for his team right now. Ladder bridge set up on the outside. Reiko almost tossed onto that ladder bridge instead. Pi just saying, hey, get out of my way. I'm setting up this ladder again. Nobody get in the ring this time. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Wait, Al-Haytham's running interference. Al-Haytham just ran really good interference. Pi might get it quick. This might be over fast. No shot. Yo. Now, I think came in at the very last rung. Al-Haytham ran interference on the outside, trying to stop anyone from getting into the ring. Now was able to get around him. Pi is desperately trying to go back up that ladder, but sees Ed get into the ring, but he's climbing up anyway. Al-Haytham trying to stop Ed. Did stop Ed. Incredible job. Al-Haytham is doing incredible work running interference tonight. I think now stuck. Now stuck on the ladder. Pi's gonna win. Oh! Oh my gosh. Guys, now had the ladder in her hands, but she was hit with a chair. Pi now hit the one fast. That quick match just saved tag team Turmoil for this team. Here's what happened. Now had hands on it, but Double D swung that thing, stopped her from pushing over the ladder, and Pi got the win. It is up to the wheel to put them in another match. But they have a chance. This is their first win together. And somehow, some way, they have a chance. I'm shocked. Pi wasted no time. I think Pi barely did any work in that match. He was like, okay, my whole goal is climbing this ladder and going at it. My whole thing is making sure I win this thing ASAP tonight. They get 2 points. And those other two teams have a loss. They stay at 2 points, and now they have their 2 guaranteed matches. So that actually turns into, in terms of teams who no longer, who are still waiting for their second guaranteed match, it is, very quickly, this goes to 4. We're waiting for Psykiller and Cassius, Hot Topic, Beto Ningguang, and Cherry Mona. There are only 4 teams remaining. 4 teams remaining who are waiting for the end. Who are waiting for that second match. This Friday, 2 of those teams, at least 2 of those teams. At least 2 of those teams. Keep that in mind. At least 2 of those teams are going to fight. There is a world where all 4 of those teams are rolled on the wheel. No matter what, I have to point out, Tag Team Turmoil will end at the Tag Team Turmoil Gauntlet next Sunday. That's going to be fantastic. Anywho, Furina and Neo about to be up next. That really made the tag team, the tag team tournament pretty exciting. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you because pretty much everyone now is at 2. That is crazy. Let me also add the 2 points to Pi and I'll hate them. It is pretty much 2s across the board. 2s all across the board outside of Cleonalis and Norphelia. I'm very excited. We're gonna see how this all plays out. That being said, that means that spells actually very good for Mona Cherry, Psykiller Cassius, Hot Topic, and the other team that is in 2 that I did not mention. Beto and Ningguang. Those teams, eyes on them. That being said, let's get this match on the road. I'm very excited. That's proper exciting. Most teams with 1 win, 1 loss in this tournament. Or 2 losses and a win, based on just luck. Furina's out here. Let me take you back a couple weeks ago. Ruby Rose was about to answer the challenge of March 7th. Instead, Neo said, nah, I think I'm gonna kill her instead. And literally tried to, had a saw blade on her knee. Disgusting and despicable. Tried to land it right under the jaw, but instead hit the forehead and hit the face of poor Haru. It was sickening, it was disgusting. I hated it. It was my least favorite thing. No, not my least favorite thing of the road to Avi Mania and beyond so far. But it was pretty bad. It was nasty work, and I thought Neo was better than that. I knew she had a complicated history, but I didn't know she hated Ruby Rose that much. Like, come on, girl. Audience, I was gonna say, audience maybe not even very mixed on Neo anymore. I'm not sure if they were hitting cheers for that. Boo. Poor Haru, dude. Haru is recovering well. That is very nice to hear. She is making her recovery. I don't know if she's back training yet. I know she's been responsive. She's been able to move around. We made sure to, I was going to say, we made sure to get some blood in her. More or less, we were making sure that, I'm sorry. Does she still have that knee pad on? With the saw on the front? Neo. The heck? When did she slide that on? Hey. Furina? Y'all, this really might be... this may be a case of she's trying to take out anybody in her way to Ruby Rose, even if it's her own found family. The Black Sheep consider each other family. Famiglia. Ruby Rose, I'm sorry, Neo puts beating, and I don't want to say beating, trying to maim, trying to destroy Ruby Rose above family, above this found family. And up to the top rope. Could have been nasty, nasty work there. Suplex. Right now, Furina is in full control. You gotta imagine that Furina's got a drive right now. She got the drive to try and take down Neo as quickly as possible. Neo has been a menace. She used to be, oh my gosh! With moves like that, I was about to say even. She used to be a superstar we were looking forward to seeing, like, win a championship here in the AW. Maybe fight forever. Maybe world champion. She was in the world championship picture last year. She was one of the two people to beat. Oh, did you hear that? Might have stopped her heart. Oh. That being said, she hasn't used the knee, which is nice. Maybe she just has it always ready in case Ruby shows up. What I did want to say, though, is... went for a kick there. I do want to point out she went for a kick with the leg that did not have that sickening knee pad on it. Pop-up headbutt. As I was saying, she was one of the two people, the other being Hina, who actually beat Rinka last year on the Rinka's Open Challenge. I'ma fight everybody. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That was the Neo we had come to know and love, and this Neo is just someone who is not her. Someone who is not the kick. And again, once again, it seems like Neo still cares. Just look at what she's doing in this fight. We know she's more comfortable hitting moves with the knee that has that saw blade on it. But even for Furina, she's going with moves with the opposite leg. She is hitting moves with that opposite leg. She's not once gone for a move with that saw-bladed knee. Again, swinging it with the wrong knee. Okay, well, maybe not that time. She put both her knees out there and may have gone to the chest. But it's still incredibly scary. Off the ropes. Furina tossed over the top rope. I will say, Furina is kind of, I don't want to say dragging her. She tried to slap her. She tried to slap some sense into her. Hey, you go ahead, Furina. Into the corner. This time did slap some sense into her. And a knee strike of her own. Dragging Neo back. Powerbomb. Furina already now building up a whole signature. No, she's going all the way up. She's looking to fly. From the heavens to the ground. Landed hard. Back of the head. Neo going top rope herself. Backwards. Furina waiting for her to turn around. And a double axe to the head. Both competitors with a signature built up. Neo able to hit hers. Uranagi. Calling for the end of this thing. It looks like she's going for that Neo neck breaker. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Not going for the Neo knee either. Not going for the Neo knee while she has that saw-bladed knee. 1, 2, resiliency burn. The body language of this from Neo is I don't even want to say confusing. It's like she still cares, but she is willing to go through anybody to get to Ruby Rose. Overhand strike didn't work out in their favor. I will say, kicked, and it has taken a lot out of Neo in this match. I was gonna say Furina, honestly, was in control for the majority of this matchup up until the moments here. Stood back up, able to stop her, and look at this very quickly. Deep arm drag. Tilt-a-whirl, deep arm drag over, and drops her face first on the turnbuckle. Furina very close to working up a finisher. Knows Neo has no resiliency here. 1-2, kick out. Nobody home. Furina's had to use a lot of that signature bar to stay on her feet. And actually, that's impressive strength. That is incredibly impressive strength by Furina here. She's now trouncing Neo. Come on, girl. Okay, Furina. The audience enamored. She was number 30, I believe, in this year's Rumble. Was unable to get the job done. On did. And overhand strikes don't land. Kicks. Hurricane Rana. On who? Oh my gosh, on the corner of the barricade here? It's kind of crazy. Count of 3. Went for a Hurricane Rana. It looked like Furina pushes her out of the way. Furina does have a signature and finisher lined up. And maybe that wheelbarrow. Hold on a minute. Hey, you go, girl. Send her in the ring. Go and get that pin. Get that pin, girl. Go and get that pin right there. Neo about to not kick out of that. Burn resiliency real quick. Come on. Easy peasy. Dust your hands off. 1-2. Still doesn't burn. If she had gotten resiliency there, it would have been... She just had to hit one of those 2 finishers. That's what I'm talking about. Furina, she got a little sauce in this ring. Don't forget about the time that she essentially was a one-woman army in that tag team match where Haru got eliminated first. She survived until the end. She goes to the corner, pointing that finger. She's setting up. Oh, boy! 1-2. A little knee of her own, my gosh. From Fontaine right to your face. Neo rocked after that one. Went for a forearm. Tried it a clothesline into a German suplex. Okay, hold on, Furina. She go for it again. Go and get her. Go and get her. With a little bang. No, stepped out of the way. And, oh no! With the saw-bladed knee. She's alive. She lived. She's gonna live to tell the tale. I think maybe the saw blade didn't hit the face, but oh my gosh, I thought we were about to have another another like a terrible moment. I thought we were going to bring out all the medical team. Goodness gracious. Nobody lands there. Overhand strike didn't hit. Into the ropes, goes underneath. Super kick doesn't land. A little early. But instead now they're exchanging blows. These 2 train together. These 2 work together at some point. They team together for a little bit. It has really become a why. Why Neo why? Like, we know why, but come on. There's no need. There's no reason. Furina, however, is giving her these hands. Neo replying with some hands of her own. 1 block apiece. Oh! That was quick. Oh, that was quick. Neo, another kick, sweeping the leg right afterwards. Stomping on the chest of Furina and just putting both feet, and oh my gosh. That can like essentially separate the head from the neck, cause all sorts of discomfort. Another Uranagi plants her. And now it's Neo who's got 2 finishers. And it's Furina who's in a world of trouble. A world of danger, and hits the Neo knee with the saw-bladed knee again. She couldn't kick out. She couldn't even burn resiliency. She might be out. The saw blade connected. Neo, I think, didn't even say anything, but you could see the look in her eyes. They just said, don't stand in my... Hey, come on! You hit her with a saw-bladed knee twice! Neo, the heck is wrong with you? Ruby Rose! Hey, Ruby might be more black sheep right now than Neo is! Hey, something's gotta be done. Something's gotta be done about me. Despicable. He brought the saw-bladed knee, and it felt like the first half of that match. Let's dissect that a little bit. It felt like the first half of that match. She said, this is still my friend. But something snapped, something changed. It felt like something changed mid-match. Mid-match. It felt like when she was about to lose, something snapped in her head, and she said, okay, she really wants to stop me, and I refuse to be stopped. Something has to give. She can't keep coming out with that saw blade. She's gonna end somebody's career. Let's keep going. Let's go on with our night. That was despicable. But I'll tell you what, it is, however, time for a face-to-face. Aiba and Sage, as you might imagine, have reached a little bit of a boiling point. That seems to be the theme this time of year. That everything's starting to boil over. Hopefully things stay sane and calm and they have a nice rational conversation. However, I highly doubt that. So let's get to the ring and let's see how it all plays out as the stars go. Okay, well, I clicked the wrong ones, but you know what? I'll take it. As they go red, white, and blue. There she is. The woman who... I don't know for certain. I don't know if she, like, teamed up with Mizuki to do what happened when it happened a couple the Friday before last. Aiba turning on Sage was instrumental in Sage losing the title on the road to Avi Mania. Tonight, they are face to... Ah, no, that's not face to face. Let's chair it back. Oh man, are they even gonna talk? Like, for real. Look, Sage, as somebody who has talked to Sage saying, I want Aiba, she's essentially said, I want Aiba almost non-stop. And I should have expected, hey, they're not gonna have a normal conversation. Of course not. Of course they're not gonna have a normal conversation. Even the chair looking like it was glowing like it was in like a Minecraft. That one of those potion effects does the glowing around the object or the person or whatever. Hold on a minute. Maybe they will talk. Aiba's now got the chair in her hand. Hold on a minute. Never gave me the fight I wanted for that title. Yeah, they never had the 1v1 for the championship. Your entire success story is a ghost written by me. At least it's not anymore. Ooh. Oh no, okay, well. Yeah, I was gonna say, Aiba, you talked a whole lot of trash just now. And when I say trash, she told a lot of truths. Apparently Sage, she don't like the truth. And you know what? I don't know. I can blame her. I can blame her for not liking the truth, admittedly. She's going through a tough period. She's lost her title. She's lost her championship. And it is because of the woman in the ring right now. Oh god, wait a minute. She's laying on that chair. No. Elbow drop. Golly. Hey, they gotta chill. Is she done? I'm surprised she's done. Last time they were in the ring together, she tried to... I think she not tried to. She snapped Aiba's leg. Avi Mania, you and I. Oof. No holds barred. Okay. Hey, give me the stars back. Admittedly, they had a face-to-face. And honestly, I like the sound of that. If they're gonna, if they want to settle their differences at Avi Mania, and I don't have to worry about a whole bunch of shenanigans happening, then I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna make it official. That wasn't a challenge, that was a decree. Because at Avi Mania, it is going to be Aiba. It is going to be Sage, and it's gonna be a no holds barred. Anything goes in their match. Admittedly, when they were brawling on the outside, technically we're gonna see a little bit, we're gonna see some more of that, I suppose. I'm excited, because somehow, some way, when they're in the ring together, they make a little magic. So let's see if they make some Avi Mania magic this September. It's real, it's official, it's feeling like Mania now. It is starting to feel like Mania, as the kids say. That being said, that could have been way worse. That could have been way worse. Aiba could have not made it to Mania. That's what I was worried about. That being said, that match is secured. That match is in the books, and that match, we'll see how it plays out. That being said, we got a whole lot of show left. So let's get back to the actual things that are going on. After I switch back over to this, we're about to see something that's not going to be despicable. We got 8 competitors in this 8-person gauntlet match. Remember, you get a pinfall, you could be going to Mania. The real thing is you want to last, because if 7 people get a pinfall, remember only 5 people can go. 5 people go on to Mania. So you want to make sure that you are one of the longest lasting. Let's find out how this plays out in this gauntlet match tonight.
The following contest is a gauntlet match.
Here it is.
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring.
Y'all know what a gauntlet match is.
A new superstar enters.
Yeah, you just get to see him. Who's coming out first and second? Out first. I think this is Crowe. It is. Okay. I guess we'll see in a moment. Very ominous. But Crowe is here. Was close, I believe. I think was actually in the final 3 in her match, but performed so well that she's back here tonight. Crowe, best of luck to you. We'll see how this plays out for you. The Paramore won at OC Revolution after a storied career on the chase in the AWE for that very championship. Along the way, she made a pit stop, became a not 1, not 2, but 3-time Fight Forever champion. Has made it to Avi Mania, has made it to every major live event. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Crowe looks to go to Avi Mania and looks to claim the OC championship. Crowe scared me a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than a little bit. We'll see how this plays out. I thought I was about to take off the mask for a second. I'd be like, oh, what you look like under there? I guess we'll see. And then at number 2, who we got? Is this Gorey? Oh no, these two have These two have some history. From what I understand, an encounter between these two in the forest led to a forest fire. I was kind of hoping that they would interact, but interacting at the start? Oh no, I don't know how I feel about that. Things we already know at this point, from my understanding, these two are not fond of each other. These two, I'd be remiss to say, they don't like each other, they might hate each other. There is going to be a world where one of these two competitors is going to make sure that the other does not go to Mania. I worry about the psyche of both of these competitors because look, both of them are, I don't want to say unhinged. Gorey is not unhinged. That's the wrong word for Gorey. Crowe is, ooh, getting kicked in the face. And a stomp. Another stomp. Can we get another one? No, ducking. Crowe now firing back. Upper and, ugh. But Gorey fights back. As much as you don't want to start off at number 1 and number 2, I know for a fact that Crowe is more than happy to be number 1 if Gorey's number 2. Gorey, I'm not sure if that sentiment is the same. I think Gorey at least wants nothing to do with Crowe. That harkens back to a kind of a bad stretch of events in Gorey's life here in the AWE universe. Push in the corner. Or into the ropes, rather. If you're Tonga lower, then that's the corner. What is Gorey doing here? Going flying over the top rope, but oh my gosh, crashes and burns. My goodness. Back first into the mat. You know, I should have brought out the timer. I should have. Ugh. Into the steps. As a reversal. They can fight it outside of the ring as long as they want to, and honestly, that's a fair game strategy. That is a smart strategy at this juncture. Gorey. I thought was climbing back into the ring, but actually climbing all the way up top. Crowe steps back in, saying you're gonna have to turn yourself around. Outsmarted Gorey. And into the pinfall. Early doors. 1. But the former OC champion kicks out. Gorey, so determined to get to AV Mania, has lost that championship, wants that championship back more than anything. Couple more stomps right to the face. Crowe looking to go flying, calls for Gorey to get up. Up and a big kick, caught! Caught and swung over. Kick on the legs. Stomp to the back. And another stomp. Oh, hold on a minute. And reversal right back. Hold on, look at this. It is a straight back and forth, and that's what I'm talking about, the feeling. The feeling that these two are going through. It is hatred, but you have to kind of put that aside because with that knife edge chop, rather, that scalpel's edge with that chop, you focus on hatred in a match like this, you make mistakes. You do not want to make a mistake when AV Mania is on the line. Look at this though. Up high. And dropped down. Into the pinfall. 1, 2. That's resiliency. If Gorey is able to do this, like this, reversal. Then Gorey actually could go more than one because Gorey's still pretty fresh. That freshness is starting to die down. Remember, Gorey also was injured up until just this last week. Perfect timing to cancel out or be a little bit better off of that injury. Sweeping the leg, Crowe goes down. And then Crowe adrenaline's up. That's not what you want to see. In a match that's going to last this long, that is not what you want to see. Smack to the face. Over the chest and now going after the legs of Gorey, trying to dissect Gorey. Something you would expect Gorey to do, dissect her opponents as she is a coroner. Instead, Crowe's the one. Wait a minute. I thought we saw a reversal there, and we did. But Crowe's still on top of this, and oh my gosh! 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Kick out at 2. Up to the top rope. Crowe looking to go flying. If this is a back-to-back signature, no, it was just an elbow drop. But you kind of expect a wait a minute. Ground and pound, just wailing away at the face of the former OC champion. Once again, this match is anything but over. Over the top. Went for, I think, that leg drop again. Nobody home. Hit her head hard as well, too. But a nice roll-up to get right behind Gorey. And a couple knees right to the back. Remember, Crowe was dominant. Was dominant in that, oh man, look at this. Was dominant in that match at OC Revolution. I went back, I watched it. Middle rope, oh my god! Middle rope wheelbarrow kick. The whole face looking real bad right now. That is no good. Turn around again. Gorey getting swung by the leg dragon screw. Gorey, you gotta imagine the game plan is to try and build up that signature as quick as possible. Hit it on to Crowe. But Crowe is now, for some reason, countering every move in Gorey's arsenal. Flying forearm into the corner. And pinfall. One. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Ass. Stood up. Crowe does have a signature. If this signature lands, Gorey is now immediately in trouble. I thought it was the start of a comeback. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I thought it was the start of a comeback. Stood up again. Up and around into that clothesline. Gorey in danger. 1, 2. Kick out. Survival again. She is scouting out. She is hunting down victims and has hunted down the scientist. Not a scientist I think she was expecting to hunt down. But you know what? May remind her of a certain scientist. Up to the top rope. Oh no, Gorey is in super trouble. Goodness gracious, no, the knees go up! Knees go up, and a super kick gets reversed. DDT. Okay, they're kind of going. They are having a legitimate back and forth. It is Avi Mania on the line for a reason. Actually, did get all of that for someone named Crowe, I would expect. That motion 2 hit. Dragging Gorey over the corner. Gorey busted open, but an elbow goes right to the face of Crowe. Look at this roll up. Honestly, might be enough. Rope break. That's got to be heartbreaking for Gorey. And that that chop to the heart might have been heartbreaking too. Crowe wisely making sure Gorey's stunned before hitting anything else. As now power bomb. Walking. Oh no. Walking towards the ropes. I thought walking towards the center of the ring, which would have been a wise decision, but instead goes for the pinfall. That might be enough to take Gorey out of this thing. 1, 2. Kick out. OC champion survives. We do know Gorey is, I was going to say, the resilient type. We've never seen Gorey use resiliency. Not something we associate with her wheelhouse, not for nothing. Couple of stomps. I was going to say it's never held her back before. More stomps right to the ribs of Crowe. And if this lands, Gorey may put away one of her demons here tonight and almost guarantee that she goes to Avi Mania. Death's Row. 1, 2. Oh man, y'all. Off the ropes. Gorey, that may have been a mistake that's gonna cost you, because Crowe does have a finisher and a signature. Gorey! At the last second, adrenaline's up. Uppercut. Lift it up one more time. Another shot. Tried to push away. And again, Death Row. And third time's got to be the charm. Third time's got to be the charm. 1, 2. Gorey, I want to say, has likely guaranteed a slot at Avi Mania, as that match went on for a minute. And then we go to the woman who went crazy in the match against Crowe. Also, first of all, incredible showing by Crowe. Look at the state that Gorey's in. Bloodied, wheezing. But turned around, look at this. remember, had the signature ready. Could immediately hit the finisher right afterwards. This could be a quick match. Gorey, I don't want to say could run the gauntlet, but I can't put that possibility out of the water yet. 1-2, kick out. I do want to point out that there are some strong opponents left in this gauntlet match. Some notable names. We talk about Woken, but look at this. Hold on. Death Row. Again. Death Row. 1, 2. Tokio still kicks out. Paris, London, Tokio. Just one thing you got to do to make it to Avi Mania. Last a while and stay in this thing. But right now, the woman known as Darkness is having a rough time against the coroner. Has not been able to do anything against the coroner right now. She's in the tree of woe position. Kick to the head. I will say, honestly, at this juncture in time, a roll-up might be enough to get Gorey down. As these two are now trading blows. Chop to the chest. Chop right back. Gorey catching the arms. Overhand strike. Saying, come on, hit me again. Maybe this firing Gorey up. There's adrenaline still in the system, admittedly, of Gorey, not for nothing. Big chop. Tokio this time saying, come on, you get me this time. You me with one of these. Oh my gosh. Y'all, Gorey could run through Tokio. Not the city. the girly here. Stood back up, but celebrated the wrong time. Goes underneath. Oh! Stiff kick out of that roll, but it was not enough because look at this up high. No! Reversed into a roll. Oh my god! What a reversal! Hey, yo, that might be enough. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That might be enough. That would knock me out, dude. That was a disgusting reversal out of the finisher of Gorey. I think Tokio may have woken up. Because look at this, the legs are under the ropes. Maybe not woken up enough. It looks like she's trying to snap some life back into herself. Dragging Gorey over to the corner, head first into the turnbuckle. The reversal. That was a signature into the... Y'all, Tokio does not have resiliency built up. If Gorey hits this, it might be game. It might be game, set, match, but able to reverse the finisher a second time. Reversing the finisher a second time. Crazy work. Rolling kick. 1, 2. Does get a pinfall. Yo, she had to work for it, though. As Gorey is down, but likely, very likely heading to Mania as Kaira is out next. Kaira has a very softened Tokio, and these two actually did go. These two did go at each other at OC Revolution. They were in the match. These were the final two. Oh my gosh, rolled into it. Hold on a minute. That's what I was talking about. Tokio got kind of crazy. Immediately rolling into a triangle hold is crazy. Triangle choke. But weaving out of the way, Kaira was the one who won that matchup. Tokio, at this juncture, I think still needs to last a little while in this fight to guarantee Mania. Oh, but look at the combinations here. This is a 100% fresh Kaira against a Tokio who's been hit with a couple of signatures, but Tokio's not someone to mess with. We saw that ourselves. Tokio mounted an incredible comeback and made a lot of fans at OC Revolution tonight. We'll see if that changes. Remember, the general manager definitely watching this matchup, noting that we can sign some OCs exclusively to brands. And Tokio might need to be one to watch after a move like that. Holy! 1, 2, dude. Y'all. Tokio calling for Kaira to get up. Kaira, also remember, former OC champion in her own right. The woman who beat Aaron Toijima for that championship. Kaira, however, not keen on giving up in the slides, just rubbing the face of Tokio, saying, come on, you're already weakened. I can beat you real quick. Stomp with the heel. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I don't know if y'all ever been stepped on by heels. I have not. I want to put that out there. First of all, whoa, went for a choke slam, but reversed by Kaira, and that might be the death blow in this matchup, because now Tokio's got no resiliency, and Kaira's got her exactly where she wants her, climbing up to the top rope. And maybe putting the end of this match. Oh, actually barely caught that. I think she hit the head of Kaira, or I'm sorry, hit that of Tokio, and it hurt her more than it hurt herself. Double knees, and then into double knees right back, insult to injury, pinfall, 07s to Tokio. You had a great run. That is the end of your fight. Will she last long enough to go to Mania? We will see. But she's certainly impressed tonight. And we talk about former champions. This is a woman who has a rich history with the Paramore, or rather, with Ashi. Kaira's got the finisher on the ready. To beat Abigail, you might want to hit that thing immediately. I think she thought about it, rolled out of the way, hit her in the face. Abigail was ready for her X Factor. Not quite an X Factor, she kind of just dropped the face. Into the ropes, turn back around. Remember, Kaira now is in the situation where she's gonna last quite some time. It was not an easy fight that she had against Tokio. Look at this. Ooh! That's the dangerous thing about Abigail. She will run through you. If Abigail can run through this matchup quick, Kaira is in dire straits. May not be going to Mania. Up and reversed. And then ran through again. That's what I'm talking about. You can't give Abigail a moment to breathe. You give her a moment's rest, this over. She held on to those tag team championships for a long, long time. I think maybe over a year, if I'm remembering correctly. Squatting position, up and planted down. Center of the ring for 1, 2. Kick out. Kaira hoping to put Abigail down. Putting Abigail down would pretty much guarantee her for Mania as well. We were looking at performances. Everyone so far has gotten a pinfall except for Crowe. Stepping back in. And Abigail trying to really quickly say, hey, let me put you down real quick. 1. Just 1. Rolls to the corner. Stretching out that arm and yanking it back. We are looking at 6-person matches for Avi Mania, which means we've got 5 spots on the line in this Gauntlet match. A couple more stomps. Not just a couple more stomps. Stomp the living daylights out of poor Kaira. Goodness gracious. Standing Kaira up again. Try to drag her to the corner. Nobody home. This is a former decorated tag team champion for the OCs versus a former OC champion in her own right. Abigail. Oh, wait a minute. Roll up. 1. And that gave Abigail enough for a signature. I think maybe Kaira's actually hoping, hey, try and hit your signature. I'm going to reverse it. Or it's just going crazy. Going crazy mode. Lift it up. Dropped on the ropes. I can already feel the times in this one are going to be dicey. They're going to be dicey. Pinfall, covering the face and using the ropes. Clyde, you're staring right at the feet. Come on, boy. Kick out. Kick out in frustration, mounting now from Abigail. Just runs through Kaira again. Turns her right upside down. Just rubbing the face on the mat. Trying to get you a mat burn right on your face. You don't want that. As someone who's been in the ring just one time, that mat burn ain't good. I got some of that. Abigail's got a signature and a finisher. And Kaira reverses the Finn. Hold on a minute. And it's her finisher again. Abigail might burn. Abigail might burn here. Hold on a minute. Abigail's Avi Mania dreams. No, ain't over yet. I was going to say it's the second finisher. She's feeling a little rough about it, but it ain't over until it's over. Ducked that big boot. Went for a double axe to the back. But instead, Kaira in control. No, reversal right back, dragging Kaira back down. Everybody showing their most in this OC Gauntlet match. Oh, rocked her. And a stomp right to the hand with those high heels, but thankfully not putting the heels into the hands. That would have been very rude and downright not cool of her. Shot to the face. They've kind of have a strong back and forth here. Back elbow. Calling for her again. Come on a minute. Kaira is honestly really close to putting away 2 people in this Gauntlet match. That is a boon. Because if you put away if you put away 3 people by yourself, you guarantee yourself Avi Mania kick out. And there is a world where we don't have a 6-person match. The more people you defeat yourself, as she's going top rope, she might do it. 1, 2. That's resiliency. Kaira still has the signature. She might, I'm sure the Paramore is watching this match closely, saying to herself, yeah, get her out of here. Make sure she doesn't make the Mania. Trying to roll her up. Oh, but this is dangerous. 1, 2. Oh, I thought she had her. Dude, I thought she had her. I was gonna say, this is dangerous because if that would have reversed into another roll-up, Abigail's got no resiliency, it could have been it. Kaira is certainly no slouch. We have learned that. Steps in. But steps into danger. Reverse the signature. But reversal right back. Kaira is... Kaira's cooking. Kaira is certainly cooking. Was that a shot to the throat? Yeah, I know I just said Kaira's cooking. Kaira might not be breathing right now, is the problem. Into the corner. Busted open. It's that aggression by Abigail. Abby, however, gets dropped. Reverse DDT. Calling for Abby to get up. Abigail in danger. Almost dragged to the corner herself, but instead reversals and a shot. Puts her down. Lifts her up and does not drop her. Drops her center of the ring. Goes to the corner. And goes to the corner and actually removes the turnbuckle. I think she did that to alert Clyde that, hey, you might want to fix that turnbuckle over there. Into the ropes. Tried to drop her there. Turns her around. A reversal right back. Clyde still hasn't fixed that thing, which is hilarious. He's like, hey, what you doing over there? No, he's still not fixing it. That's kind of crazy. Abigail going top rope. Oh, no! Oh, that was a bad combination. That was really bad by Kaira. That actually might be the end of the match. 1, 2. No. She didn't have resiliency, but she went right into that exposed turnbuckle. And then right afterwards, got taken down by Abigail. But reverse sister Abigail. Reversal right back. Abigail somehow staying alive in this thing. What should have been a fight that could have been easy has turned into... No way. Drapes the arm over. 1, 2. Kaira gets a second. Abigail's Avi Mania dreams just fell. And it's because Clyde didn't fix that thing fast enough. Abigail, please don't. Hey, Abigail, that's not Clyde's fault. You should have never taken it off in the first place. You should have never taken it off. Oh, Lord. If we talk about the most resilient superstar potentially in AWE OC action history, Sylvia made believers out of everyone. Sylvia is something special. She had got, I think she burned resiliency first in her fight and somehow, some way, won the whole dang thing, went crazy, ate like 8 finishes and said, no, I'm still kicking out. I'm not entirely sure what Sylvia is. Actually, I know exactly what Sylvia is. Determined, unbreakable, unstoppable, resilient, but I also will say very safe. Doesn't do anything incredibly crazy. And that is, I want to say, probably to her advantage. A lot of people do some fancy jumps off the ropes, and a lot of times we see people harken their inner Mona Magistus and hurt themselves jumping off the ropes. Neck breaker. Oof! Onto the knee. Sylvia, however, isn't walking to this thing injured. Do not forget. And a oof! Backstabber into that foot. I think is under the rope throw. That it was. Stood right back up. Weaving out of the way. Measured strikes and sent backwards. And because of that, the horns get planted right into the mat. Is Kaira gonna get another one? Drapes the arm over one more time. 1, 2. Resiliency's burned by Sylvia. Y'all? Is Kaira gonna get another one? Kaira still has resiliency. I think that needs to be noted. Reverse DDT though lands. Kaira still has resiliency. Kaira's hurt bad. But Kaira does still have resiliency. Another DDT. Kaira's going wild. I want to say with certainty Kaira's gonna Mania. Let's put that out there. But if Kaira actually eliminates, I think, Sylvia, or if anybody who's left gets 2 eliminations, then everybody who's got an elimination is going to Mania. Plucked up. Into the turnbuckle and tossed to the side. We still have, what number was this? If this was number 6, I think we just have Lita and Woken left. If this was not number 6, then I can't count. And I really might not be able to. There's been a lengthy gauntlet match. Everyone has been doing their thing. Double! Ooh! Not double knee, single knee. And Sylvia now has a finisher lined up if it lands. Yo, Kaira's reversing everything, dude. And I want to point it out. If Kaira hits this finisher, and it looks like she might, drops Sylvia. Y'all, 1, 2. I forgot who that was. I did forget that was Sylvia. I completely forgot. I forgot who Sylvia was for a second there. She got to eat like 4 more finishers. That being said, she did walk into this thing injured. She did walk in injured, goes underneath, goes over. Oh! The speed on that, and the big boot. She's bloodied. Bloody tried to send her down, steps in, doesn't jump over, which we all know that's not Sylvia's deal. That's not her strats. But it may pay. Ooh. Hold on a minute. Look at the combinations here. Oh, but reversal again by Kaira, who is putting on the show of her life. Reversal right back by Sylvia. Sylvia who can't reverse right now. Kaira can't reverse either. That purple bar, remember, it is a killer in professional wrestling, but now I want to point out it's a double killer here because not only can she not reverse from the purple bar, she also can't reverse for, oh my gosh, into the post. Shoulder into the post. Kaira's now gonna have to worry about injury going to Mania. Standing her up. Into the ropes, over the ropes. Pushed away. Stepping back in. Rolling in. And just stepping on the face. We talked about injury and we just saw it. We talked about injury and we just saw it. Ooh, backstabber! That combination of a backstabber, Kaira still has no big moves lined up. No shot. Is she about to burn resiliency on her? Out of a roll-up, out of an injury. She does. Sylvia, smart, but countered the spear into a DDT. If this move hits, Kaira still could get the pinfall. And it does. If she goes for the pin, she does. That might be it. Is she gonna get a 3rd elimination? I forgot. I forgot who this was. I forgot it was Sylvia. I forgot it was Sylvia. That's on me. I forgot you gotta have to put her. You gotta have to use a finisher on her. Reversal right back into the corner. Hits her from behind and drops her into that move. And if it goes into the pin, it does. Sylvia has put away the beast that is Kaira here tonight. Unless, had to say unless, because I don't know about Kaira. That. Look who's here. The daughter of Tartaros has wanted to run it back with Sylvia. They both walked out of that match injured. That being said, she does not have 100% fresh. Sylvia, however, oof. I was gonna say, if you just go for the pin right now, you could have a completely fresh next opponent, and if you can beat your next opponent, you don't have to worry about lasting a long time. That being said, don't forget who this is. Don't forget who this is. It's Sylvia. Push to the corner. Sylvia has pinned Lita before in the past at OC Revolution. Just this past OC Revolution on July 25th. It was a show to be reckoned with on the shoulders. Center of the ring rolling through. Sylvia does have a signature built up. And so I was going to say Lita should be a little worried, should be a little wary. Up and down. But Sylvia is banged up bad. Is banged up bad. The only thing that's the same about these two, though, is they both start off this thing with injuries. As a running boot, my gosh. Has her up and sends her down. Lita still completely fresh. Headbutt. I'm not sure if she should have done that. That was a headbutt into some horns. That was a mistake. But hit that arm drag. She's holding her back. We already knew that back was injured. Kick to the midsection. And honestly, I think that might be Kaira's finisher. Lita was like, you know what? That move works out real well. And I do want to point out, oh my gosh, ducked that. That was about to be in the match. Ran into Claude. I'm sorry, Clyde. I got Scheme Team on my brain. Goes up. Spear! Oh my god! That might be it. Lita has taken a beat down so far. That's it. I will say, Sylvia is in danger. May have to fight another match to make it to Mania. Unless Lita beats Woken. And it's rare, but number 7 and number 8, they are both pretty much completely fresh. The only thing that differs is an injury to Lita. And Woken's not playing games. Woken, I think, realizing Lita probably has that signature built up already. These two go one-on-one. This is not the first time, I believe, that Woken has been in a Gauntlet or a Gauntlet Eliminator match at number 8. This time, however, is in at number 8 against a competitor who is 100% fresh. And now is in so much dude. Kick out. This matchup, immediately you're worried for Woken. Woken just recently returned at OC Revolution. Did not win, actually. Came in second in her triple threat match against the new champion and against Abigail. Earned her spot in this matchup. That being said, oof, ow, and ooch. Oh boy, hiba boy, no oh boy, golly. Has a lag, but swung back around and just drops it. Went for a big chop. However, reversal by Woken into a pinfall. I was gonna say really early doors, but this is Woken we're talking about. Those moves, regular moves, still gonna hurt. Woken puts every ounce of energy possible into those moves. If you're fighting Woken, you're fighting one of the best. That being said, Woken caught off guard immediately with a signature and finisher in this matchup. It's an uphill battle for Woken tonight. If Lita's, here's the deal. If Lita's able to do this, everyone I believe who's gotten a pinfall in this matchup goes to Mania. If Woken's able to do this, I think we have to determine that last spot with a 1v1. Oh, man. Maybe not. There were 8 people. And I think we actually might be fine. I forgot, Kaira, did Kaira get 2 pinfalls or 1? I don't remember. I think she almost got 2, but she got 1. I think that is what happened. I'm sorry, she almost got 3. Wait a minute, pinfall. 1. Kick out. See how this plays out. Woken definitely trying to get back into this thing. It's not difficult. I was gonna say, in terms of damage, she is very much getting back into this thing. It is even across the board for body damage. In terms of vitality, though, it's rough. Lita is just enjoying the love of the game right now. Goes underneath. But reversal. A couple shots. Lita has a grand opportunity at this point to, wait. Up and down. And the pinfall. Remember, Woken has already taken a signature and finisher. I wouldn't be surprised if Resiliency's burned here. No. No, it's not. Maybe I should have been a little bit more surprised because I forgot who we're talking about. This is Woken. Up again. Dragon screw. Signature reversed. Oh my gosh. Low drop kick. Woken is in trouble. If Lita hits the signature and finisher while Woken does not have resiliency, we are in dangerous tides. Woken is, I think, realizes, smells blood in the water, but I think Woken realizing it's their blood. It's their blood. And so they gotta step it up, and stepping up, it looks like they do. Canadian Destroyer lands onto the injured head of Lita. That might be enough to burn resiliency. 1, 2, not yet. Oh man, that is Tartarosa's baby girl. His daughter. Oh man, but again, immediately going after the head. Knows that it has hurt real bad. Lita, however, again going for that back fist. Woken now slowly, methodically tearing Lita apart. Knows, okay, this kid's good. I have to slow this down. And that's not something you expect from a Woken match. Woken M. Oh! Stunner. Oh my gosh. Close to the ropes though. Oh, that's 1. That's 2. It's still not resiliency from Woken either. Oh man. Use some of that. That flash spear is dangerous. That's 1. That's 2. That's resiliency. This mat is painted from blood from the earlier matches. If this spear hits again, that might be all she wrote. Backhand. Reversal. Going for that neck breaker. It does land. I do want to also point out Lita does not have resiliency built up right now. If I think Woken uses the comeback here, there is a real-world opportunity to win this match without resiliency building up, being burnt on Lita. Dropped face first, and I'll be real. Once again, no resiliency. I don't think that's going to even be 2. It is not 2. Woken is fighting, as I already said, an uphill battle. Middle rope. Once again, trying to slow things down. A method to the madness to try and build up a finisher. And there it is. Hold on a minute. I even said this earlier. Now is a signature and a finisher. This is a smart in-ring worker. But into the... Wait a minute. 1, 2. Kick out. And I want to point out, I think the feet were under the ropes. I thought that was the end of the match. Stood up again. Into the ropes, and it might be the spear. It might be the end of this thing. Goes underneath, and the spear lands. Ladies and gentlemen, Lita goes to Mania. Oh my gosh. Hey, we have 2 stars of this Gauntlet match. Kaira, who went on a rampage. And Lita, who with an injured head outlasted Woken. Tartaros's own kid may go the distance in Mania and may win the world title in the division that Tartaros was never able to. The best of luck, because I actually believe because of that we do not need another qualifying match. I think everybody who got a pin in this match now just goes to Mania. Kaira hurt. We'll talk about it at the end. As bring me back with a red, white, and blue. Thank you very much. As we go, we move on. Hey, you said Lucamine backstage. Okay, I'm gonna let everybody know. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hey y'all, Lucamine, I'm sorry, Sakura? They actually released their, I'm surprised they're holding on to their word. Sakura's on stage. Oh wait, Sakura, ah! Sakura just teaming, no! What? I'm sorry? I was about to tell you guys the good news that Lucamine is backstage. Her back is in shambles, unfortunately. So the medical is working on her. However, then I see cameras have Sakura Ogami surrounded by Arrow and Hina, and I saw her kick Hina. I was like, oh my gosh, wait, are all of our problems solved? And then Sakura also kicked Arrow. I'm very confused. Like, what the heck is going on? I feel like I need a whole lot of answers. I'm getting a, hold on. I'm getting a Navi. That's always nice. Hey, girly. Yeah, I'm sorry I hung up on you. There were things that are happening on the... Oh? You spoke to Sakura. Okay, well, fair enough. Sure, yeah, we'll find her time on Friday. Okay, thanks, appreciate you. And she didn't attack anybody backstage? Well, I mean, if she wants to talk, hey, go for it. Give her time Friday. All of them. Alright, sweet, thanks, appreciate you. So that was Navia. After walking through the back, Navia tried to stop her since Sakura wasn't just like teleporting away. Sakura said, if you want me to talk, let me talk on Friday night. And said when Arrow and Hina wake up, tell them to be there. I feel like that might be the most we've heard Sakura talk since Ticket to Paradise. Huh. Huh. Okay. Alright, you know what? That sounds good to me. That sounds A-okay to me. But we have a show to get on the road, so let's keep this show rolling. Final 2 matches, March 7th versus who? We'll find out right now. Without wasting a moment, I do also need to bring up some things for March 7th because she's on a bit of a roll, and I'm afraid of her. I'm afraid of the girlie. Keep it a buck with you. This is day 527 for one March 7th. She has been on a roll of victories as of late.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I say that like she hasn't been on a roll of victories for the past 526 days, you know what I mean? Even fighting through injury. She said on the road to, she said up until Avi Mania, I'm gonna fight at every show. If anyone is lucky enough to stand against me and win, you're going to Mania. So far, only 3 people have been able to do that, and she's been doing this not just for the road to Avi Mania, she's been doing it, I think, since, after Rebellion Live, right? Was it after Rebellion Live? No, I think she was doing it after, Scars and Stripes. Dude. March 7th is a I don't even want to say a once-in-a-generation talent. She is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. When we saw title reigns the likes of Racket of Psalm, you know when you have just an intro to a song that makes some people's hearts stop. You are a threat to be reckoned with. Tonight, will March learn to fear pianos? Or will the champion, I guess you can call this champion versus champion. Will a Pokemon champion be dethroned by the Fight Forever champion? Cynthia is here. Not my favorite, you know, blonde-haired, you know, motherly figure of Pokemon. You know, I just, I got another favorite, but I digress. She's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Mother of our OC Tag Team Champion, actually, I believe. Adoptive. As tonight, she goes one-on-one with March. She was in the Dusk Mother thingamadoodle. let me focus. Finding Dusk Mother Gauntlet Eliminator. Broken up. And Cynthia now in control and just tossing March. We've seen a strategy recently that almost worked. And that strategy is a focus on the back. The back of March is injured right now, and Cynthia clearly took notes. Because so far, everything has been right to the back. Thing about this, though, is you cannot let March get off a select number of moves. She is stronger, she builds up bars faster because she is on such a hot streak, because she has been champion for so long, and because she is #1 in the power rankings, and admittedly, where she belongs. Where she needs to be, where she deserves to be. Punch her right in the jaw. Center, oh, flying over the top rope, jeez Louise. Cynthia yanking poor March by the leg. Trying to build up some momentum. I'm sorry, long legs of Cynthia go flying. March has not been able to do a thing. But it's one of those things that, like, a lot of the matches that the March has had have started like this. Where she hasn't been able to do a thing, and then all of a sudden she just starts chaining together some moves. She starts climbing barricades and hits double knees. That's what I'm talking about. I was about to say, whose girl is this? It's the AWE's girl. It's March 7th. Knee strike right to that of Cynthia. Just like that, March 7th is right back in this fight. Even though she hasn't done any incredible body damage to Cynthia, she is already about to be at the same amount of blue bar, signature bar, momentum in this fight. Cynthia trying desperately to make sure that she stays toe-to-toe with March here tonight. Elbow drop to the back of the neck. Oh, that actually might have been to the back of the spine, because look at March already with a red body. I think there's a real world where Cynthia might be the one to advance March's injury. She is so close to being fully cleared again. March rolls out of the way. Smart decision. Forcing Cynthia to try and drag her around, but instead March off the ropes. Oh no! Cynthia ducked underneath. March goes up body first into the mat. Sent to the corner. Turn backwards, but March with a reversal and may have almost set up Cynthia perfectly for... I thought she was setting up for the Astral Express, but instead March is like, okay, I got other plans. Dragging Cynthia, because I want to do it in this corner apparently. No, she still doesn't want to do it. She can, okay, never mind. That's the girl. I thought she had to set it up as the Astral Express lands. I thought she had to set it up from the standing part of the corner. She just said, oh no, you get down and then I'm gonna get you. But Cynthia's still standing and March saying, no, get down. Get down right now. Dragging Cynthia center of the ring. Into the pinfall. Not even one. Oh, she's a monster. She is a monster. Slap to the face. Cynthia reverses, sending March into the corner instead. Taking a couple steps back. No, not even a couple steps back. Takes the whole, the whole ring back. Did you see that? She was out of the corner and she stepped on her to put her all the way back in the seated position. Cynthia, she screams dominance, which is... I was gonna say crazy work. What is going on here? Big boot right to the face of March 7th. Lifts her up right into a Giga Impact. Oh, wait a minute. I was gonna say early doors. The early doors might be closed, I was gonna say. But look who is there to try and buy March some time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Cam. A person she owes a lot of her career to, flashing in the face of Cynthia. And March, because of this, has evened this matchup back out. Into the pinfall. 1, 2, kick out by Cynthia. Still nobody's burned resiliency, and look at Cynthia's body. It's still fine. It's still just fine. The double axe did not hit. A big boot sends March down. Cynthia realizing, okay, I can still get this. I still get this. Caught the foot. March called for her to get up again. Doesn't have the finisher built up, but she's realizing, okay, if I can get a couple more moves, I got resiliency built up, and I'll be okay. Tossing Cynthia to the outside. March thinking about flying. Cam is a match saver for the girl off the ropes as she goes Hurricane Rana into the apron. March 7th, she knows how to go extreme and on the outside, catching her like a dragon. But Cynthia stands right back up and chops March down. Dangerous tidings though. No. March steps out of the way saying, I'd rather not. Is exactly what happened here. Waiting for Cynthia to get into the ring. Toss to the ropes. Jumps and an uppercut. Wailing away in March. Elbow drop to the heart, to the injured chest. And March is gasping for breath. This is, I want to say, the most dominant anyone's ever looked against. March 7th in this battle thus far. March rolls out of the way. I think was thinking about that finisher, but instead Cynthia was a step faster. Shot to the back. She's thinking about diving. March. Ooh, clothesline. Oh, and I'm getting a call right now, so hold on just a moment. She's climbing to the top rope. Up to the top rope, and knees go up by March. That was the finish. Oh my gosh, if she landed that, that could have been match. March with a reversal as well. Right into Trailblaze, dude. Dude. 1, 2. Yo, purple bar, you can't use resiliency. I don't know if I realized that. Like, I saw March's resiliency came back after the purple bar went away. That's crazy. Rolling into the knee bar right afterwards. Cynthia might have to tap. Desperation play. Yanks it back all the way. She does. Yo, March is crazy. March is crazy, dude. What a match, because Cynthia dominated. Cynthia dominated this match, dude. And then March just finds her moments. Girl finds her moments. Kick to the guts, and this combination is disastrous. Look at this. Disgusting boot. Into the corner, and sets her up perfectly for that Giga Impact dropped. But still, March 7th is her. Dude, how do you stop her? I really don't know if anyone else is gonna be ready for March 7th. She defeated, she defeated Pianos. She defeated Pianos. And she's still not injured, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are down to our final match of the night. I'm screaming. I am screaming. But let's finish off tonight's show. That match was crazy. Let's get it on though. One-on-one. The champion versus Yosuke as a start. still saves the stars, but they don't go black. They go red, white, and blue this time of the year. Avi Mania time. As out first is the undefeated AWE champion. Captain Falcon. He has been one of the hottest new signings and definitely the quickest rising new signing in the AWE. Kept winning, entered a tournament, kept winning, beat Gin, and has kept winning. He goes up one-on-one against Tina at AV Mania. They will have a beat the clock challenge. Let me check. Not this coming. Oh yeah, here's my something. Yeah, I was gonna say I have a beat the clock challenge very soon. It's what's going on. To see who will choose the match type. However, this is a man who is very familiar with AV Mania. Is very familiar with that AWE championship, was champion, cashed in on a converged gatekeeper to kind of honestly save the AWE from having a converged champion. Since then, he's had some ups and downs, but Yu has brought him back, it feels like for the most part, to the good side, to the kind side, to the Yosuke, the high-flying Hanamura that we all knew and loved. That being said, he doesn't have a path to AV Mania. He does not have a road to AV Mania. He wants to, if he could have found himself in the ladder match with you. He might find himself in the last chance qualifier, but he's saying, hey, if I can be the first person to beat Captain Falcon, certainly management is going to get talking. Certainly they can find a spot for me somewhere guaranteed on the AV Mania card. So we said, Captain Falcon, I know you're still looking for challengers, so you don't develop any ring rust on the road to AV Mania. Tonight, you got me. One-on-one. It's Captain Falcon. It's Yosuke. Can you imagine if Yosuke is the first one to put Captain Falcon away? If he isn't focused, he's not going to be able to do that. That's something we see often from Yosuke. Moves like that, jumping off the ropes, going crazy with the flips. That's something we see all the time from Yosuke, but he has got a lack of focus. He wants AV Mania so bad. He wants to be in those bright lights. He wants to hear the biggest crowd of the year chanting his name. Back when, essentially, he's in a mindset where people are going to be chanting his name again. Because for a long time, Yosuke was getting rained with boos. When he started teaming with you, that died down immediately. He was like, okay, well, all right then, kick to the face. Yosuke keeps trying to do some high-flying moves, but Captain Falcon is keeping him grounded. It's a battle of the skies versus the road here tonight, and let's see who comes out on top. Pushed away. Goes under. Not that Captain Falcon is not, you know, familiar with the skies himself. Wait, what? That's Tina? Tina's taking the AWE championship. Tina, you have to win a match. You gotta win the championship match to do that. Come on, get yourself together. Yosuke, however, taking advantage. Not keen on just saying, okay, look, I'll take whatever distraction I can get. Shot to the face. Yosuke It looks like he's trying to fight Captain Falcon all the way up the ramp and use the concrete there to do some extra damage against the Cap. Up and down. Planting Falcon. Stomp right on the heart, but a reversal right by Yosuke. Overhand strikes. We're at a count of 4. He just shut Yosuke up. Yikes. Yosuke over standing right back up. Rolled out of the way of that kick. That was a great counter. However, he's celebrating. Still, once again, a lack of focus by Yosuke. I hate to say that that's going to be the story of this matchup. But you cannot lose focus against Captain Falcon. Kicked him right in the helmet. But ran right into an uppercut, into a headbutt. And is now calling for Yosuke to get up. And again, reverse this time. Chops. Yosuke is in dangerous territory where he cannot use resiliency or reverse. That purple bar is a menace. However, he still finds a way to get the advantage. Scoop slam on a Captain Falcon. Stands him back up. Drag towards the ropes and kick. Pinfall. Yosuke, I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, it was 2. And here's the thing, maybe Tina is now in the head of Captain Falcon. And can you imagine that distraction being the reason that Captain Falcon takes an L here tonight? Rips down on the back. Reversal right back. They both have signatures. It might be a matter of who's going to land theirs first. It looks like, ooh, off the ropes. Ooh. That's our high-flying Hanamura. But Captain Falcon caught him right out of the signature and slams him down. He kept right back up. Tried at his signature. Captain Falcon plants him down again. Lifted right back up. To the corner, but Yosuke with a reversal sends him outside the ring. Drop kick sends him flying. Matchup, admittedly, has been pretty, it was leaning Captain Falcon, but right now it's pretty even. Oh my gosh! And once again, the story of lack of focus. The Falcon knee! The lack of focus by Yosuke. You saw his foot get caught on the ropes. Almost didn't make it over top, but still made it to Captain Falcon. But maybe didn't get all of that move, and Captain Falcon recovered fast enough to just say, alright, you're a goner. Yosuke rolling out of the way. Desperation as Falcon tossed out again. Yosuke this time rolls under the bottom, and it looks like he may have lost confidence in jumping off the ropes there. That was ugly. It could have honestly ended his career. That could have been a terrible fall, but reversal of the signature. Rolled out of the way. Yosuke's gonna have to hit that Yosuke too. At this stage in the game, I gotta believe that's the only way he's gonna win this thing. Wait a minute, Bois going flying. Elbow drop, but Falcon rolls out of the way again. Oh no, Yosuke. Tossed into the ring. Falcon goes top rope again. Yosuke in danger. Falcon. I think a Falcon headbutt, actually, with the helmet on. That is 1. He's got no resiliency. He kicked out. He kicked out. He's still around. He's still alive. Lifted back up. Yosuke, you are in dire straits right now, my guy. Keep trying to send Captain Falcon outside the ring. This time, hold on a minute. DDT on the apron. The hardest part of the ring where all those boards, the end of those boards line up. Oh, man. And Yosuke now tossed. Yosuke might get hurt in this match. He might have to be asking medical about Avi Mania. For real. Yosuke tossing Captain Falcon. Ran over his own title belt. Big splash. Count of 4. Count of 5. Removing the turnbuckle from the outside. Round the outside. Count of 5. Count of 6. Count of 7. But he jumps off for another knee! Yo, dude, Captain Falcon is crazy. I didn't know he had a Captain Falcon knee from right there. 1, 2. Yosuke kicked out without resiliency? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Hold on a minute. We still have to put some respect on Yosuke's name. We talked about it earlier. Former champion, but also former tag team champion. Falcon punch measured right across the jaw for 1, 2. Resiliency's burned on Yosuke. Captain Falcon survives. Falcon punch again. It's over. It's over. He didn't even have to call anybody on to help him. That's 1, that's 2. Yosuke's down. Captain Falcon didn't need a distraction because Yosuke was distracting himself. That was the story of this matchup. He never even got a chance to hit that Yosuke too. Falcon just ran through him. You hate to see it if your name is Yosuke Hanamura. Right there, I think he might have been going for the Yosuke too, but instead Falcon jumped up and said Falcon punch again. For 1, for 2, and for 3.
Here is your winner.
The smile on his face, and you might be seeing that smile at Avi Mania. Tenna's tried to distract Captain Falcon on 2 occasions. 2 times. And he's been unable to do a thing. I don't know what to tell you. If you're Tenna, I don't think you're winning at Mania is what I'm saying. That, however, has been our show, and let's talk about it. Main event, Captain Falcon ran through Yosuke. He distracted himself. Cynthia almost ran through March, and then March 7th said, y'all forgot who I am. Locked in after Cam weakened the eyes, blinded Cynthia for a moment, and March said, okay, now it's time for my comeback. Now it's time for March 7th to say why she's March 7th. This matchup saw Gorey get a pinfall on the Crowe. I'll have to go back to this match. Kaira got a pinfall. Sylvia got a pinfall. Lita got a pinfall. And did Tokio get a pinfall? Is that right? This is the order they came out? Yes. Yes, it is. Excellent. That's actually very nice. So, Crowe got pinned by Gorey. Gorey got pinned by Tokio. Kaira pinned Tokio and Abigail. Sylvia was able to pin Kaira. And Lita pinned Sylvia and Woken. So Lita, Sylvia, Kaira, Tokio, Gorey. That is our 5. 5 people with pins, 5 people to go on to the 6-person match of Mania. That is all she wrote. That match is now sealed and dealed. What a time. What a gauntlet match as well. As we go on, Neo with the saw blade knee hit Furina twice. Tried not to, and then something snapped. Then something snapped. It's like she realized, you're really gonna try and stand in my way. For the first half of the match, it looked like she didn't want to do it, and then she snapped and said, I'm just gonna have to do it. And then after the match, tried to finish the job. Got a steel chair, which is how it started with Ruby. She had the steel chair, she beat her down, and then hit her with a strong knee strike. A Neo knee with the saw blade knee. She was gonna do it again, but Neo came out to stop it. I'm sorry, Ruby came out to stop it. I'm tired. It has been an exhausting week. Emotionally. And talking with Mascoto and Navia for real. That being said, Pi and I'll hate them get their first victory together after Pi said, screw this, I'm just climbing the ladder. I don't want to get hurt. If we can somehow win this thing, please run interference for me. I'll hate them, and he did. And you can also thank Double D because now was on like breakup duty trying to stop Pi. Double D said, I gotta get rid of her. Dropped. And honestly, that might have been a good plan by Double D. If he didn't believe that his team could get a win in a ladder match, and a triple threat ladder match is honestly hard. It's honestly hard. If he said, hey, I just want this thing to end quickly, we don't need this win, that might have been the plan. Was there a little collusion between the Eds and Pi and I'll hate them? I'm unsure. Lastly, Flair with a victory here tonight in an aggressive showing against Zizzy in an ambulance match. That is our show. Let's check our news. We know Tenna came down to the ring. Distracted Captain Falcon, but Yosuke was already distracted by himself. Kaira, injured. Neo came out after the match, came out of her match with a win, tried to make an example out of Furina with a career-threatening attack. Exactly. Like Haru tried to just take out Furina. Ruby timely save, stopping the dangerous Neo. Dangerous superstar. I couldn't have said it better myself. Polka has been cleared. Gorey, and we already saw, had been cleared. That, ladies and gentlemen, is AW Rebellion. I will very quickly see if we have any spoilers on the next show. The next show is Inferno, so that's correct. Yeah, we'll just go next show. Inferno this coming Friday. I actually do have a spoiler in here, so I will skip the first match. Okay, well, first match we will not see. But Reiko would fight Mitsuri. Gin would fight Bernice. Although, I think Midnight and Hu-Tower in action this Friday. I believe that's right. Gin would fight Bernice. Bernice, go, go. Aiba faces off against Third Law White, which is interesting. Because at this point in time, we've seen Aiba wear some, or be a part of a group that wears attire, kind of like that, you know what I mean? Captain Falcon, champion versus champion, we might actually see that this Friday. That might be a fun little match. Or maybe, it wouldn't be Sunday. That is, well, I guess there's a little bit more than just tag team turmoil. Sage versus Ryoma. Sherazade and Von Kalmar are not entirely medically cleared. I know the medics are trying to do their best before AV Mania. We'll see if they're able to get the job done. I've been told it's low likelihood unless whatever they do is unsanctioned at Mania. Sub-Zero and Scorpion versus Gwen and Marceline. Gwen and Marceline, I think, may be guaranteed this Friday. Is that right? They're one of the teams. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Hot Topic and Mona and Cherry this Friday. They're guaranteed. And lastly, it would be Martin Hutau, a former almost murderer and a current almost murderer. Just a lot of violence on this show. Anybody, any news? No. No news. March is still injured then. Keep that in mind. Who will she fight on Friday? Find out. I pray for them. But until then, I'm taking off. Until this Friday at Inferno, the road to AV Mania rolls on. I'm taking off. Tulu Flight Crew, as always, thank you for watching.